Hey Aries.
Hey, what's up? It's your girls. We're here for your... I have the old notes for the new moon and Aries reading, and it's going to throw me all the way off. This is for your month of April.
Yes. We've already done the card blessing along with talked about the transits for this month. You can go ahead and find that in the Universal Agenda. That link can be found below. That'll bring everything together just to kind of give you an idea of what's going to be going on and influencing this month.
So, Aries, I hope that you've done a significant amount of meditating and getting to know yourself and doing mirror meditations, because we're really being tested with how our birthdays are winding up. I'm not happy. All my plans are not working out because they involve other people. Like other human beings. So I'm sure that you're feeling the same level of frustration that I am. And there's like a correct way to respond to this, and I'm hoping that we will get really, really great cards and really pointed advice so that we can do just that, because we all know being a little toddler about things and pouting and getting petty doesn't do anybody any good, especially when we have a global pandemic at stake.
Yeah.
And being a rebel and doing our own spring break thing like we always do. I mean, because we're Aries, every day is spring break almost. It's not really going to work. So we're having to find new ways of functioning and feeling and having fun. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what's coming up for April for Aries. I'm nervous because I talk a lot when I'm more nervous. I should be nervous. We got the 3 of Swords, dudes. My people. We are working with heartache. We have
You're bummed.
A mind full and a heart full of ache. And the only way we can deal with it is to sit with it and acknowledge it for what it is. We know we deserve a lot more fun. We've been putting in a lot of work. I know I have. And this shit, like, is truly disappointing. The way coronavirus is, it's as petty as it is. It's interrupting our good time. Like, our birthdays, we don't like to celebrate ourselves much the rest of the year. And so we're feeling this like heavy drag of not being able to celebrate at least one day where it's literally 100% about us. And that's our favorite thing, is our identities and our sense of who we are, and being able to be impulsive, and none of that is happening for us right now. So we do feel stuck. We do feel like we're grieving through this month of April, unfortunately, because, you know, March wasn't any easier.
All right, I have an affirmation for you, and it says, I am the sky. Everything else is just the weather. So
that's being open to change.
Absolutely.
You can be one thing.
The sky goes from raining to, especially where we live. 1 second it can be raining, and the next minute it's nice and sunny.
And warm.
Right. And it's about being the sky is adaptable. It takes on the clouds. Like, it's always there, though, and it's always shifting to accommodate what's going on around it. Because
it holds space for whatever's going to happen.
Yes.
It stays open. It holds an atmosphere to allow whatever is happening in the energy to blow through and happen. So that's a great piece of advice, to be honest. But instead of clamping down and feeling like you have to stop your process of emotion, and you know, you don't feel justified in feeling disappointed that your birthday didn't work out. Like, I feel a little bit guilty for having those feelings because we have a global pandemic at stake. There's more than one person being affected by this. And there's more than one Aries being affected by this, but I can still be like, damn, my birthday's gonna suck. And, you know, we still have a chance. I haven't pulled the second card, and she hasn't pulled her other card. Keep in mind, we get to decide if something's gonna suck or not before it happens. It's a matter of what we're gonna focus on, what sort of energies we're gonna keep collecting. So we can dwell in this. We can have the sky of Three of Swords and still experience another emotion. Yeah. Okay. So we got the World card.
It's all about the way you perceive the world.
The weird part about the World card is it's a Saturn ruled card. It has all four fixed signs on the corners, and I really wish I could remember the name of that, but I believe that's one of the seraphims. There's another word for it too, but that's besides the point. The World card ironically talks about being out in the world and experiencing and putting yourself out there and uncovering yourself and seeing what happens. And these two cards put together are clearly screaming to me, my heart's broken because I can't put myself out in the world right now. I feel like I'm in lockdown. I feel suppressed, and I can't spread my wings and do any traveling or do any experiencing that I would prefer to do. But it's like that tug and pull. It depends on what you define your world as, though. So we're likely going to be developing a new definition of what our world is, and it's going to be growing through our heartache. So when we see the Three of Swords, that's often about the grief process and then getting the enlightenment that comes through that grief process. So we always have to go down in order to come through, because that's our human curriculum. So for some reason, then we like to do things like that.
All right. If I truly believe it, I can create it.
So that's pretty much exactly what I was just saying. We are conscious manifestors.
Absolutely.
We have a chance at this point to feel however we want to feel about our birthdays being canceled. However we used to think about celebrating, we have to think of a new way to celebrate. So maybe this is about feeling gratitude for if you're healthy, say a few words of thankfulness for your fucking body being functioning. If you can go hiking and experience raindrops on your face.
The outdoors aren't closed.
That they're not closed. You just have to make sure that you're not really in a large group and putting yourself at risk and not having your hand sanitizer with you and not breathing in each other's faces.
Yeah, no. We're waiting, like, literally, I can't wait till some sun comes through.
I am so glad personal space is becoming such a more conscious thing in this world. I got so tired of the close talkers and the people who want to touch you for no good reason. That's my least favorite thing. So maybe, just maybe, we'll be having parents teaching their kids to cover up their mouth when they cough and sneeze in public, which is one of my big pet peeves. We'll be having more conscious awareness of how, in general, of how everybody is affecting everybody. And that's something that really gets on Aries' nerves most of the time, is people not having a sense of identity and how they affect people. I know a lot more than one Aries that has an issue with that. So hopefully we're looking inwards as often as we're looking outwards, because we can be just as much as pain in the ass to the world as we can be a pain in the ass to it. We could be out there inflicting our heartbroken feelings on the world, but I hope we're being more mature than that this April. Find better ways to put out your frustration.
Absolutely. I feel like that's really
break some plates, buy plates to break, or
chop some wood.
Chop wood, light something small on fire that you can easily contain and burn safely, like an angry letter that you write and burn. Anything to get your extra grief out. We need to process through this so we can be holding space, being the sky. Look at this. Being the universe. There's better ways to function, and we're just taking a long way around it through some pity parties, and it's okay.
That's right. All right, Aries, this concludes your April 2020 reading from us, and we will see you in the next one.
Much love, guys.
Bye.
Even you.